I'm Jessie Lee here at Ink Circus with Jamie Henderson.
How you doing?
Tell us a little about yourself, where you're from, what shop, all that jazz.
My shop is Forsaken Ink out of Milford, Pennsylvania. And we just moved out there a few years ago. We were stationed in New York for probably about 10 years. Decided to get a little bit of a change of pace, slow it down a little bit, get out into a little bit of more of a rural area.
So, of all the styles of tattoos, what is your favorite to tattoo?
Black and gray horror. That's pretty much all I do. Realism, horror. I love it.
Do you, by any chance, remember the first tattoo you ever tattooed?
So the first tattoo I ever tattooed was a little steer skull, about that big, and it was the worst fucking experience of my life. So the first time I had to do it, I had everybody in the shop standing over me. There was no music on, and it's just, for an apprentice, and it's your first one, I was sweating bullets. And this thing probably now would take me an hour and a half to do. It took me about 7 hours to do.
Oh no!
Yeah, and it was terrible for me. I think it was even worse for him. But yeah, I remember it. I could never forget it.
I think that was my friend's first tattoo.
Little skull with the little feathers hanging off of the horns. It's the worst.
Yeah, I got my eyebrows tattooed by a friend, and I think it was like one of her first times tattooing eyebrows. And eyebrow tattoos take maybe an hour, 2 hours. She took like 5 hours, so I totally get it.
It was your friend's first time tattooing eyebrows, and you let them tattoo your eyebrows?
She said she had it before, but I think it was her first time.
I was gonna say that's a big leap of faith.
I mean, they faded, but
Oh, that's good.
So, would you constitute your first tattoo as your worst tattoo?
No, definitely not.
What is your worst tattoo?
The worst tattoo? I don't think I have a worst tattoo, but definitely a worse client.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What was that like?
Oh yeah, that was the longest day for all of us in the shop, not just me, everybody. There was 5 guys just huddled in the office, afraid to go out and be near this chick. She was just this out-of-control stripper, and as I found out, that's what I thought she did at first, was stripping. Turns out she was actually an escort. She tried bartering the tattoo out as 100%. So never in my life, right? So I'm getting pretty ticked off at her because she keeps jumping up, moving around, all this stuff. And I'm like, listen, you got to sit down so I can do this. No, she was actually getting wings down her whole back, right? So she's sitting there jumping around all over the place. And she says, are you mad at me? Are you mad at me? I said, well, I'm not really happy. I want to concentrate on the work and I want to get to work. She turns around, and never in my life would I ever think I'd turn this down. Grab my boobs. Let me know you feel good. Let me know we're okay. And I said no.
Was she banned from the tattoo shop after that?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Good. That's good.
I never thought I'd turn that down, but yeah, that was a rough day.
Now that I'm bringing up your worst tattoo, what is your dream place to tattoo? Like somewhere you've always wanted to go to tattoo, like could be anywhere in the world.
I don't think it really matters. I mean, honestly, when you're tattooing, the only thing you're really aware of is just this little 3 foot by 3 foot area, right?
I mean, like you also like travel. It's like getting to see some cities to tattoo.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty cool. I've been to Australia, New Zealand, China. A couple places in Europe, England, Bahamas, stuff like that. So I mean, it's cool to get out and check out the different cultures and stuff, definitely, and see how the different markets work and what people want and what's trendy in those areas.
So, what is your best tattoo moment?
Honestly, probably it was shortly after I finished my apprenticeship. And I was tattooing Freddy versus Jason. It was the Jason mask with the glove coming up and all that. And I heard the guy talking. He walked away and whispered to his wife, I don't know how he's doing this, but it looks great. And that was like, I don't know, it's just a cheesy little moment, but it just kind of hit home for me, and it's still like one of those moments. Yeah.
What are you working on this weekend?
I have one guy all weekend who's trying to get the whole outside of his arm done from wrist to shoulder. and it's all video game based. He wants like a Call of Duty zombies type of thing. So yeah, he doesn't think it's so awesome. He's hurting a little bit today, so we're up in the air for tomorrow. I think we'll see. Hopefully, he could dig deep and suck it up.
What advice do you have for the next generation of tattooers?
Don't be afraid of hard work. Don't take no for an answer. And grow a thick skin, man. These kids now, they have such a soft, they're all snowflakes. A little bit of trouble and they want to cry and search for their safe space, man. It's fucking tattooing. You gotta have a thick skin in here. You gotta put your dues and pay your dues to get into this. I mean, do the work. Don't be scared. Don't be lazy.
Yeah, actually, like, directly in the link to the store there, we're talking about how, like, sensitive everyone is. People are just so sensitive these days.
It's ridiculous.
They're so sensitive.
And sensitive and entitled.
Yes, entitled.
I had an apprentice actually come in, and she thought that I should just be grateful that she showed up.
No!
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and it's just over and over and over and over. They don't want to work. They're afraid to put the hard work in.
I agree.
It's not hard. Just do what you're told and fucking do it.
So, who was one of your biggest influencers in the tattoo world?
That's easy. There was a couple guys: Bob Tyrell, Lior Sifer, of course, Paul Booth. Those guys were probably the biggest influences that I've had.
So,
yeah, he is. It's not just his work, but just his vision and the way he actually approaches things and how his mind works. I don't think anybody really understands that, but the guy's a genius.
So good. Is there anything you want to plug? Like your Instagram, your shop, your Facebook?
Yeah, all of them on Instagram. You know, it's Forsakening Tattoos and Jamie Henderson Tattoos. Check it out. You know, tell me if you like it or let me know if I suck. Either way, check it out.
Do you have anything coming up after this convention?
I do. I'll be in Lethbridge in I think it's the second week of September. Then I'll be in Calgary in October, and then in November I'll be over in Ottawa.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks.
Have fun.
Back to work.